Hi guys, so Brexit just gets better and better. According to media reports, a post-Brexit free trade deal between the United Kingdom and Norway will have to be delayed as the three governing parties in the Nordic country failed to reach an agreement on Saturday. It seems that the ruling parties are concerned about aspects of the deal that could have a negative impact on its country's farmers. One of the parties, that being the Christian Democrats, has completely refused to open up the Norwegian market to certain products from the UK, principally beef and cheese. They fear that tariff-free access would put many of the country's farmers out of business completely, similar to what seems to be going on in the UK when it comes to the British-Australian Free Trade Agreement. A member of the Christian Democrats said that nobody is moving within the coalition, and time has pretty much run out in order to pass any agreement in the Norwegian Parliament. Norway is unlikely to have a deal signed and coming into effect any time before next year, as the government, which according to polling will likely be another coalition, will have to approve the agreement made thus far and then have to reach a consensus on what remains. So when the hurdles have been overcome, it then moves to be drafted and passed into domestic law in the Norwegian Parliament. This is expected to take a number of elections, according to political commentators in the country. Internally, the Norwegian government seems to be fighting amongst itself, as the Christian Democrats were not prepared to change their mind and join the other two coalition partners, the Conservatives and the Liberals, who instead seem to be in favour of a trade deal with the United Kingdom. The real sticking point for the Christian Democrats is tariff-free trade. This is because they garner most of their support from Norway's rural areas. A Christian Democrat insider explained the party can simply not agree to non-tariff trade. This is because it traditionally leans heavily on Norway's farmers for its support. The UK is a very important market to Norway. It is its second after the EU. It's worth about £20 billion a year. Even though Norway is a small market, it is highly considered, as prices are normally high in the country and its consumer base has a strong purchasing power. So how did we get here? Back in December 2020, Britain signed another one of those rollover trade deals, this time with Norway. The agreement covered areas such as 95% of goods, which in the agreement would remain tariff-free. This would allow companies some certainty post-Brexit. Things were basically going to stay as they were. However, things started to come apart recently. A few weeks ago I touched on the collapse of the fishing deal between the UK and Norway, as both parties couldn't agree on yearly catches. When the deal collapsed, it sent a shockwave through the UK fishing industry. Hull in particular was badly hit. Its giant trawler, the Kirkella, was basically put out of commission for the rest of the year. The British government has, as with most Brexit disasters, tried to put a positive spin on things. A representative from Liz Truss's Department for International Trade claimed that the trade deal negotiations had not ended. They said, and I quote, "The UK's negotiations with Norway have not collapsed. Talks are ongoing and remain positive. All sides are committed to agreeing a new deal as soon as possible." It seems attempts to sign trade deals quickly in order to have something to keep the Brexiteers happy have backfired. Post-Brexit, the modus operandi is just to sign something quickly and give in to the concessions. But in this case, changes taking place in a foreign country, Norway for example, are beyond the control of Boris Johnson or Liz Truss, and they just have to sit and wait. A trade deal will be signed one day with Norway, but it may eventually come into effect sometime after Boris Johnson or his Secretary of State for International Trade have left office. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?